So this part should be the last part of our modeling series. So let's move everything over here so that we can see what we need to do. So we need to create this chair and then this lamp and this rug. I think this would be the easiest part, so we'll do it at the last. So let's place our 3D cursor over here, right? Before I forget, let me enable screencast keys. So yeah, place your 3D cursor over here and add a mesh plane. Open this menu and align the plane to the view, and let's scale it down just like something like this. In edit mode, press M, merge at center. This will make all the vertices merge at the center, so we will only be left with one vertex, and that is what we need. We will just create a trace, an outline of this chair just like this. I think something like this, and then we will convert it to a curve, and we will add our where are these parts? We will add our thickness to that curve. So yeah, press F to fill it, and let's copy another vertex from here. Shift E, right click to cancel, and in this side view we will extrude it on y-axis, sorry, just like this, and then select this one, then press Ctrl L, yeah, and move this in the middle just like that. G, Y. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should make sense, right? So now extrude one leg, E, Z, and same way second one, E, Z, somewhat similar, and then S and Y. We will scale them like this. I think we have something. Control L and just move it a tad bit on the Z axis. Same way, we are not going for anything complicated. We will just copy this whole part, Shift E, and move it on the X axis, and then G, Z. I think it's, yeah, it's intersecting. Let's select these bottom ones, bottom vertices, and then G and Z. That's it, something like this. And G, X, yeah, I think they are now okay. So let's right click in object mode, right click, set convert to curve. So now this is a curve, and we will go to curve settings, bevel. Under depth, we will just increase the depth, decrease the resolution, because if we, let me give you an example. So if I let's say if I convert this to a mesh, right click, convert to mesh, and if I go into edit mode, you can see there are too many vertices now. This would be not a nightmare, but it would be tedious to work with something like this. So that's why let's undo everything, and that's why I always tend to go for low resolution, either 0 or 1. That should be more than enough. Let's make it 0 resolution, and I think we can add sub D over here. And yo, what happened? So now let's convert it to our mesh, and let's select everything, and G, Z. Okay, let's try to move this up. Control L, G, Z. Turn off proportional editing, G, Z, G, X, something like this, and select these bottom parts and deselect this one, G, C. Yeah, don't worry, it won't be that visible. Control L, G, Z, and select these bottom ones in X-ray mode, G, and something like this. I think we are done here, and let's take this one in front view, move it back with proportional editing, something like this. Select this one too, G, GZ, these ones, G C. This one too, G X. Yeah, straighten it out a little. And now select one of these vertices, Shift S, cursor to selected, so that we can place in object mode, place our cube here. It's too big. Something like this. And in edit mode, S, Z, turn off proportional editing, SZ, GX, and let's do that inset thing that we did before. Inset the front top part and select this loop and G twice to edge slide, something like this. Yeah. And let's apply sub D. Add one loop here and one loop here and one in the middle. And with proportional editing on, G C. So we have something like this. G Y X G X, and yeah, I think it's okay, more than okay. And let's create this part. For this, I think I will go with a plane again, and in side view, just make it align to view so that we have something like this. So GZ, move it up here. In edit mode, add one edge between. In vertex select mode, select these vertices, delete, and add our mirror modifier with clipping enabled. Let's take these two vertices and bevel them. To bevel vertices, we will press Shift, Control, and B. Add one vertex in the middle, and that is it. So let's take these and slide these on y-axis, just something like this. Take these, G Y, and just slide it back. So I think we have the general shape down, and yeah, it looks somewhat similar. Let's move it back. Move it G, Z, and G, Y, G, Z. So I think it will work. So let's add solidify modifier. Or do we need to? Let's not do that. Let's select everything, E, and extrude it like this, and then add our sub D. Let's add one loop in the middle, one at the back. I think we're done here, and let's select these vertices in with proportional editing and G X, something like this. And in front view, let's put it like this, and Shift D, G X, and make a smaller version. Let's scale it like this, and in edit mode, G Y. Let's make it like this and select everything, SZ, SY. So we have something like this. What happened? I think now we need to do it without proportional editing. So SZ and SY. Let's scale it a tad bit. Yeah. Now I think I scaled this in object mode. So yeah, we need to apply scales, and yeah, in front view, G X, something like this, GX, and GX R Y. Yeah, GX. That's it. I think it should work. GX, yeah, move it like this so that, this part is visible. Shade smooth this part, and we are good. Add our empty plane axis and select everything. Deselect this portrait, shift select our empty last, Control P, object, keep transform. Let's see if we move our empty, everything moves. No, it doesn't. So let's select these two and select our empty last again and parent these again. Now see if everything is, yeah, it's okay. So let's move over here, GX and GZ. Oh, we have an issue here. Let's select these in X-ray mode, GZ. Yeah, it won't be visible. GX. Yeah, it's going in a GX. We will place them like this. So for the time being, we won't duplicate this until we give it textures, or we can let's keep it this way. So let's move on to our next thing, that is this lamp. Place the 3D cursor over here, and yeah, and add a mesh circle. I think circle would be good. Make vertices 10 and reduce the count, and GZ in edit mode, scale it like this, and then we just need to create this bell shape, EZ, and scale it, EZ, and scale it some more, EZ, scale it, EZ, scale some more, EZ, scale it again, EZ, scale it some more, EZ, scale it some more. I think I made some mistakes. Look, idea is to make extrusions that are somewhat similar in size, so that when we apply our sub D modifier, there isn't much distortion, or let's say stretching. So easy. That way you will your products will, or objects will have a smoother curve, let's say. So let's see what we have. It looks already decent. Let's add our sub D. It will even look tighter and cleaner. So yeah, we have this, and I want this edge to be like that. So let's bevel it, like a small bevel with 2 cuts or 2 segments. So this is prominent like that. And now let's create this. So let's take this loop, Shift G, and let's separate it, P to separate, and then edit mode. Let's fill it, F to fill, I to inset, one more inset, and that is it. So now in proportional editing, GZ, we will just extrude it like, move it like this. So we have something that is similar, and yeah, it looks okay. Now we need to do something about this part and this whatever it is, wire, this wire. So for this we will use again our trusty plane. Align it to view, and in edit mode, merge everything, merge at center. Where is, disable proportional editing, and this is where our vertex is, single vertex. Let's extrude it, E, and let's make it something like this. And now convert it to curve again, and for depth we will give it 0.0. I think 4 would be very nice. Yeah, I don't think so we need to give it sub D modifier or anything. Let's try. Can we? Yeah, we can. But then we have another problem. It becomes too smooth. So let's, with proportional editing on, let's select this vertex and move it on x-axis, G, something like this. We just giving these random what do you call it, rotations, something like this, right? So it looks something like a crooked wire. So yes, we have our wire. All we need now is this piece, and this is also a wire. We will create a curve for that too. So let's again take this part, Shift D, duplicate it, disable our proportional editing, GZ, and something like this, E2 extrude, and select everything, GZ. Yeah, I think it's okay, and right click, shade smooth, and now we need that curve. So let's add another plane, align it to view, GZ, in edit mode, merge at center, and move our vertex over here. Let's add a few vertices just normally, just like this, and this one let's place it over here. Right click, convert to curve, and let's give it some 0.04. Okay, 0.02 would be nice. I think 4 is too much for me. So yeah, I think it looks okay. G, C. Let's move it here. Let's make it so that it looks like it's intersecting. So yeah, I think it's okay. So let's add our sub D. Where is my sub D? Oh, let's make sure it's not sticking out, right? It just should give us the illusion that it's all of this is a single piece. That's all we need to do. So yes, that's it. Our lamp is here. So let's again do the same drill. Empty, add an empty, and select everything, and deselect this part. Select our empty last. Control P, object, keep transform. Let's check if it's working. It's perfectly working. And apologies if you can hear this. I have cold. GX and something like this. Let's make sure we are GZ, something like this, so that yeah, it's touching the wall, top part, that false ceiling. Yeah, so only thing that we are left with is just that rug. So for that we will just add another plane and scale it something like I think it looks okay. Yeah, I'm happy with it. So G, okay, let it be GY, and let's add our solidify modifier. And since by default it will be like going this way, extrusion, if we change it to like this, so now extrusion will happen on this side. So that is what we want, and I think this much thickness is okay. Yeah, let's go here and see from our camera point of view. I think it looks, I think everything is okay now, and our scene is done. So this concludes our modeling series, and in the next part we will take a look at how to texture and render our scene.